can taste your words. I can taste your words.
Welcome to the Easy Answer Podcast. I'm Brandy, plant-based chef.
And I'm Vonanise, plant-based adjacent.
On this podcast, we explore thought-provoking conversations around food
And simple ways to stay healthy in this crazy world.
Hey guys, so on this episode of the Easy Answer Podcast, we're going to continue our favorite things conversation, but we're going to talk favorite things movies. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy. Vaughn, what's up with you today?
I'm really excited. I'm excited that it's the holidays, and the best thing about the holidays is not only getting with family, but for me, it's holiday movies. Like, I'm a cheesy holiday movie person.
Yes. Now, do you wait until the holiday to watch holiday movies, or do you watch them all year round?
It depends on the movie. Like, sometimes, like, one of my favorite movies, let's just get into it, is Love Actually. Like, I love Love Actually. Like, I love it so much that, like, I could even watch it when it's not the holidays. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it actually shows you love.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that model where you tell like six different stories or 3 different stories, and you see the arc in each story. I thought it was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really great movie. You know, that's a solid holiday movie that I can watch all year round.
Yeah. Love Actually is definitely a good one.
Do you have a holiday love movie that you like?
Holiday love movie.
Because holiday love's not like regular love.
No,
It's more magical.
It is. I'm a sucker for those really over the top holiday love movies. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but like Netflix has created this series called like The Christmas Princess. And The Christmas Princess has now evolved to like the Christmas queen, because she met the guy and became a princess. Then in part 2, now she's the queen. And then I think just recently the Christmas baby came out because then she got pregnant. So they just builded on this story about
that life.
about this girl who was working in a bakery in like Chicago or something, and heard about this baking contest in like London, and she entered it, or like her sous chef entered it for her. She went over there, found the prince. He was about to get married to somebody he ain't loved, and they fell in love. I mean, it's just like the classic, really bad, like you say, but all the magic happened around the holiday.
I'm all about that life.
So yes, I love a good cheesy holiday love movie.
Like, I will lay in the bed, watch these, like binge watch these movies, and only get up so that I can sit on the couch while I'm still watching these movies, because I don't believe in eating and laying in the bed. I think that just leads you down a wrong path.
No breakfast in bed for you?
I mean, I just feel like I'm not the neatest eater, and I have really great sheets.
Even with a tray?
Even with a tray, girl.
Interesting. Okay.
So I have a studio apartment. I always have to sit on my couch. Like, you have to create boundaries for yourself, because if not, you'll just be laid up.
Go rogue. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I create boundaries for myself. But when it comes to like movies, I can binge watch those movies, like those Lifetime movies, the Hallmark ones, Yeah.
And they're the best of the worst. Like, guys, like, I know people talk about, like Lifetime and Hallmark, and don't get me wrong, like, this is not great writing. This is not great acting. You are not going to get, the Viola Davis's, like, you're not going to get any of that, but you're going to get overacting. You're going to get, but like you said, it feels really good. Like, it feels so good. It's like the romanticized version of what we believe like love and holidays are. And it's something about that I can really appreciate.
I definitely can agree with you. And I think that there's a time and place for everything. I think that the holiday season is a time and place for me to watch a movie like that, But when I also think about the holidays, I think about my classic films that I have nostalgia for. I used to watch when I was younger. And that would be A Christmas Story, Ralphie, You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. That is my movie. And like before Christmas, like it's playing on a loop 24 hours on TBS.
Is
I fall asleep to it. I wake up to it. I'm so happy.
my little sister loved that movie too. And that line was like her favorite line. Ralphie, your
Yes, and I think a year or two ago, Maya Rudolph played in it, and I love Maya Rudolph. I've always been a fan of hers. And they did like a live version of it because they're doing a live version of everything now. This year, I think they're doing Annie, and Taraji P. Henson is playing Miss Hannigan.
Oh, fun. I love Annie, guys. I mean, I don't know
Oh,
if you
and on G, right?
It's
It's a hard enough life,
Yes.
Yes.
I love
And
it.
so Maya Rudolph did A Christmas Story, and this year Taraji P. Henson is doing Annie. I think it's really good that they're diversifying these stories and we can get to see it from different, we can get more inclusion.
Yeah.
Because, that's what life should be about. That's why when you mentioned the Netflix stories, the Netflix holiday stories, they're really good. Like Kelly Clarkson, I think, isn't one. No, Kelly Williams.
Okay, got you. But yeah. Well, classics. My classic is
What's your classic?
Charlie Brown Christmas. And they had their inclusion, that little one black boy. Y'all remember him? What was his name? I can't remember him, but him. And it's so sad because I don't even know that poor kid's name. But I love Charlie Brown Christmas. Like, number one, everything Charlie Brown is just so much fun. And I'm always shooting for Charlie Brown because he's the underdog. That's just in my heart. I kind of love that. I love that about him. And I mean, that man picked out the tree that was just not the best tree. But when they all come together, I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but in the moment where it's like the little tree and they put the bulb on and then it dies and everybody's all sad and all of the kids come and I don't know what they do, but magically by the beauty of TV and cartoon, like they put love into the tree and then it's all pretty and like it's big and
so funny.
I love that.
I love Charlie Brown because he had a beagle. He had Snoopy.
Yes, Snoopy.
And when I was little, I used to have the Charlie Brown icy making kit.
Oh, right. That was a thing.
I had that. I had that. My mother bought it for us. I loved it. I love Snoopy. I love around the holiday seasons. We used to see Charlie Brown every year. Like they used to show him all the time when we were younger. But
it was Christmas Charlie Brown. It was Thanksgiving Charlie Brown. It was the Great Pumpkin Patch Charlie Brown. Remember?
Yeah, now they only. But I used to see it during the year too. Like they used to have it on, like a show.
Shows. Okay. Oh, like a TV show.
Yeah, but they don't have that anymore. You don't really get to see it, So you only get to see it around the holidays.
Yeah. I have a Charlie Brown shower curtain. I love Charlie Brown.
Oh, you do have a Charlie Brown shower curtain. And you know what? I love Charlie Brown too. I mean, you're very Lucy, so I would understand why you
I'm very Lucy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Speaking of, since we've been kind of laughing through most of this episode, what kind of funny holiday movies?
Come on. The hands down the best of all the best is The Elf. I mean, Will Ferrell is a fool in that movie. It is the best holiday film ever. It's so good that, like, if I meet someone that hasn't seen it, like, I want to share it with them. Like, look how funny.
We have to both have moments from this movie to refer to, right? Like, when it's like this man gets, he gets, if you don't know the premise of
he was an earthling that's not an elf that thought he was an elf, but he was bigger than everyone else.
Yeah, thank you.
So he has to come back down. He has to come to Earth, but he's been as an adult who's like Will Ferrell, like so huge, and he's like still has the innocence of being an elf raised in the North Pole.
Yes,
in New York City.
Yes. So he like this innocence, like when he's in the mall and they're like Santa's coming, he thinks like he doesn't realize that it's like fake Santa. So he thinks it's really, really Santa. He gets so excited. Like,
I know him. Yeah, it's so insane.
Oh man, if you haven't seen Elf, I love that movie.
I need to watch it. Maple syrup on everything.
It was crazy. It was that movie was fun.
Yes. It was like his buddy.
Yes.
Has such innocence. And Will Ferrell just commit 100% to that innocence.
It's that's
It's a
that's
classic.
classic. But
Yeah.
does Jack Black have any holiday movies?
The Holiday.
Oh yes, and they like switched houses, right? And he was like
Yeah,
the
I just
neighbor
saw
or
this
something.
recently.
Yeah, I saw this recently too. Scouring through Netflix or Amazon or something.
Yes, and he's really cute in that
Yeah.
movie. You know, Jack Black is very funny and very sweet
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I can't take him. If he was like my dad, I don't think I could take that man seriously. Like he just hilarious. I would laugh at everything he said. I'd be like, Dad, I can't take you seriously.
He's like do like during the movie. He's like making up songs while he's in the movie. He's really really funny. Jack
Cool.
Black.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
gonna just like all right. All right. So
I think another holiday movie for me that I love so much is Soul Food. Like as a Black person, you know, as a person who comes from a matriarchal, my family's like a matriarchal family, you know, we're definitely, and I have three sisters. Okay, I'm the youngest of three. All right. I definitely can relate to soul food and I love soul food, you know. Like, and I feel like it's one of those movies I can watch soul food when I'm watching TV. If soul food is on, I will stop on any channel and I will watch it from any point that it is on.
hold on, just to remember. I mean, Soul Food's definitely. I think is that the line where the woman had the fist? Something about the fist? Is that the movie with
no? Soul Food is when it's three sisters: Vanessa Williams' character, Vivica A. Fox, and Nia Long. Right. And then there's their mother, and it talks about their
family. Big Mama, though, right?
What'd you say?
They call her Big Mama.
I think so.
Okay.
And so but no, it's told through the gaze of Vivica A. Fox's son. You're like, Ronnie, don't give them all these film terms, right? So it's told through the eyes of this 10-year-old as he has to navigate through the holiday season with his family and to deal with the death of the matriarch of that family, which is who would be his big mama.
Right.
And how they had Sunday traditions. They had family traditions. Every Sunday they would have soul food.
Hold on, wait. I think I remember this movie. Actually, I do remember. I haven't watched it. Like it's not a movie that every time it comes on I watch it, so I just don't know it like from front to back.
So do you have any Black holiday films that you watch and you love so much?
Black holiday. What's funny is that I love watching The Wiz around Christmas time. Like,
yes, I love The Wizard of Oz and The Wiz. Yes.
So like definitely that's one of my definite like favorite. Like it just feels so holiday. Like it's so fun and festive, and yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites.
It's definitely one of those films when you see it, like Dreamgirls. When I see those films. Makes me feel proud to be Black.
Yes.
You know?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I love that type of cinema.
Yeah. That makes you happy. I like This Christmas. I actually enjoyed that one too.
Do you?
I did. It was fun.
Can I just tell you a little bit something about This Christmas?
Go for it.
Bonnie McCoy is an unaccredited intern on This Christmas, actually.
Oh, wow, look at you.
I work in the casting office.
I love it. That's fun.
And I can say that, yeah, no.
Listen, like I say, I'm a sucker for just cheesy holiday. Like I think all of the standards go out the door when it comes to holiday movies because it's that time of year where we just like chill out. I think everybody gives everybody a little more grace. It's like it's festive, everybody's happy. So you know. Yeah.
Yes, I watched This Christmas when it comes on. It's a cute holiday film. I've seen it, and I remember the script when it was, scripts go through several drafts, and one will be pink, one will be blue, one will be yellow. I remember when it was in the infancy stage, and to see what made it onto the screen, makes it really interesting.
Got you.
And it has, I like the one that has Gabrielle Union in it when she's trying to climb. She's trying to be a lawyer. I can't think of the name of it. It's Gabrielle Union and Kimberly Elise. I
Yeah.
like that one too. That one's a really cute one too.
Yeah, that is I know that one, but I can't remember the name of it.
You have to put it in the chat. That one's a good one too. Because I love Gabrielle Union. So I'm gonna like a film that Gabrielle Union's in, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but I think that holiday films in general, like there's so many, like people figured out that people love to go to the movies during the holidays. So before it would just be like one film for the holidays. Now we could break them up into categories, you know, the holiday classic, the holiday family classic, the holiday comedy, right? The holiday action, you know?
Yes, yes, yes. And a new category, which is like the new classic, right? Because like what's interesting is that there something about Christmas movies, like you say, you find one and you watch it over and over and over
Yes,
again, right?
like
There's a new one that's just come to the block. And it's not often that we get new holiday movies that are in the holiday vein. Lots of movies come out during the holiday season because people go, but they're not necessarily holiday themed.
yes.
But Netflix released one last year called Jingle Jangle, which I thought was
OMG! So
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Grandpa Forrest Whitaker, I'm all about that life.
yeah. And that girl that I can't, unfortunately, I'm telling you right now, I'm so bad with names. Like I will
Anika
know your
Noni
character
Rose.
name, I will not know your real name.
Oh well, Anika Noni Rose plays his daughter,
Oh yes, Anika, yes, I remember her.
and
What
John
was the
Legend is
daughter's
the
name?
producer. I don't remember the young actress.
Yeah,
I don't remember. But John Legend is one of the producers for that film. And it's
right.
just a really
Do-
delightful film.
yeah.
That was so delightful. Like you can watch that over and over again, you
Yeah, I
know?
just thought it was really cute. And like I said, I was surprised that it got mixed reviews, but I really liked it.
I loved it. I could watch it again and again. My mother wanted to watch it. She watched it at my house. Like she was here, just randomly watched it because she had no expectations of it. Then
Mm.
she's like, "Oh my god, I love this film." Then she takes it to her house and she wants my nephews to watch it. She wants my niece to watch it. She's like, "I've seen it like 5 times now." I'm like, "That's wonderful," you know. It was really good. I love that. You know, I love the idea of that story. It sort of reminds me of another one that's a good holiday classic, a little bit Home Alone, you know, when the children uprise against the adults.
Yes, I liked Home Alone. It was it's fun, and I don't know if we would call this a classic holiday movie because
It
like
is.
no, it is. But I'm thinking like the premise, right? You think about, at least for me, when I think about holiday, it's all about, like you say,
The premise of the film is a child gets left
home on
when his
Christmas.
family's traveling for the holidays.
No,
That's
like
totally holiday.
no, I get it, the theme, but I'm just saying. But then when you get the attacking of the adults, that's the part of it, like the whole fight. I think there may have been, and I don't know because I'm no like movie buff or by any stretch of the imagination, but in my memory, it's like the first one that kind of was like not strictly focused around like love and holiday. Where like we got some,
Oh, I know what you're
you
saying.
know what I mean? We got some
Like
attack,
he was looking booty.
action, and all kinds of
Yeah, that was an action film.
Yeah.
I think of Home Alone as an action film.
yeah,
You know, but not quite as action as the classic hard. What is it?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard. That I cannot remember.
You don't remember? What is it? Bruce McKay.
I remember like the name of the movie, but I don't remember any of the premise. There's some people that I remember posters.
So Die Hard is based on a man who was like used to be in the military. He goes to his wife's holiday party. Then at his wife's holiday party, some terrorists try to, you know, because she works at a financial firm. They're trying to steal money. And he was stuck in the bathroom and he's trying to make sure that everyone comes out safely. That's basically what Die Hard is.
Got it. So how do we do like 800 versions of that?
Because it did so well financially. So
is
it does well.
Is it Christmas over and over again? Or do they do different settings in every version?
I mean, it was called Die Hard. It wasn't called Christmas.
No, it was called Die Hard. The first one was
yeah. So I guess it's just different. I never saw another one. I just saw that one.
I just saw that one. Okay.
But no, I'm not trying to play you, but you know, like the Christmas movies, like the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So they did National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Summer Vacation, you know?
Right. National Travel or something. Yeah. But there was
Yeah,
like Die Hard 7.5 or something, or 7.5 or
I don't know
something.
about 7.5. I think you're exaggerating, but there's been several.
No, I think it was called like something and a half.
Yeah, but it is a really good action film, and Bruce Willis is just such a little hottie.
That's fun.
Tell the
Yeah.
truth. He's not your white boy that can get it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he does it for me.
Brad Pitt.
70 years. He's probably like 60 years old now. Yeah, he does it for me.
Fight Club Brad Pitt. That's what I got. That's what you got me on. That's it.
Fight Club Brad Pitt is your dude?
That's it. But that only that Brad Pitt. Fight Club Brad Pitt.
He's a little pretty. I like a man who's a little bit more.
But see, at Fight Club, he got beat up. That's why, baby. That's why he he got a little scruffy.
Yeah. Brad Pitt is definitely a go-to. He's a cutie. But I think that when you think about like holiday movies, even though a movie was released during the holiday season, it doesn't necessarily make it a holiday film. But I think that like when you think about holiday films, people think of the classics. It's a Wonderful Life, which is in black and white, which has been like a standard in film that they've taken pieces of that and always, or like Scrooge. What is that? Like, you know.
Yes.
Ebenezer Scrooge. Yes. The
Scrooge.
Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
The Grinch that stole Christmas. I love the Grinch, and I love
Jim Carrey's version of it is so good.
Yes, it really is, and even the cartoon. I love the cartoon as well.
But Jim Carrey really deserves an Oscar for that. I mean, that
he was great. I mean, Jim Carrey. I mean, and I know we like so off topic today, but that's fine. It's holiday. We can do whatever we want, right? Jim Carrey. I feel not just Jim Carrey, but I feel that comedic actors have a really good like depth of like range. I feel like they play to like serious things in a way that most people can't get to because they actually go there with the comedy. Because even in life's moments where things are maybe sad or whatever, that can be like some fun, some funny.
Yes, there can be something funny that comes out of it.
And they don't. I think because they go there with all their other roles, like you see them like
when we think about film. And when we think about, you know, what it takes for actors to get to those emotions that they need to get to, you know, some like people who are the comedians, you know, they have all those emotions. They experience life like everyone else. They're just able to see the funny, and their brain just works a little different. They're able to take the humor out of a situation. Mm-hmm. And so you take the humor. You have the humor, and then you also have the real life drama that's going on. So, you know, that's a challenge. And I think that when we're talking about, you know, holiday films, I think the reason why holiday films have such an impact on us, because that's a time when like our whole family's coming together and we get to see people we don't normally get to see. Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of people feel more nostalgic about holiday films. Because this is the time that we've designated in our mind of when family comes together.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Holiday.
So that's what it is.
Cool. So, I mean, I'm actually like excited to be intentional about my holiday watching programming this season because I literally just fall into stuff. But this episode has inspired me to dig back into some of the things that I haven't seen in a while versus just continually finding like the new random Netflix stuff that comes up every.
Those things are still good too, but we have so much time between now and then, you know, that it's good to just chill out. And it's like the whole world is on download. Like, let's just chill out. Especially we live in New York, a very racy city that's moving, going. You know, and it's like during the holidays, it's a time where you're given permission to just chill, you know, because we are conditioned that we're supposed to be grinding, and that's a lot of work, you know.
It is. Cool. Well, guys, we hope that this favorite things episode has offered you up some suggestions, reactivated some of the classics that you may have forgotten about in your mind, and brings you some holiday joy that allows you to be a little easy this season. Until next time, be well and remember to keep it easy.